To start off, you guys are mostly aware that Mara has been invading Abhain and is trying to take the city of Aberfeldy. Right now, that is a violent and bloody battlefield. They have dug trenches and neither side is budging. So I'm going to mark it out in red where the current battle line is. So right here is where the battle lines are currently drawn. They extend down here to the river and up to this river as well. The armies of Mara made a good push for that first little while, but they have met a lot of resistance after making it a little ways into the territory. So this whole region is just currently in violent conflict. Now, going south, the city of Melrose has been under attack by giants. Giants have come down from the mountains and have assaulted the city. It is mostly destroyed at this point and evacuated. Due to these events, the country of Gobhain has entered martial law, and it is currently posting troops around Melrose to rebuild. Now moving north again, Droidic is building forces around Dornick in preparation to stave off an invasion from Mara, who seems to be in an expansionist phase. And in the meanwhile, in Mara, there are groups that are undermining the progress of the war. The anarchists in Mara have been greatly hindering progress and have been causing many new obstacles to come up. And that is what we are going to be focusing on today. So, how are you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
All right. Well, you are in the frozen north. Aberfeldy has been under siege, catching stray fire from the lines of conflict. You robbed the bank and ran into the west. Currently, you are at a small town on the border of the lake. And a little ways from there, you have your wagon parked. The snow falls heavily. The air is crisp, and the ground is hard. As you sit in camp, both Vincent and Wilfred have come down with an illness from the cold and cannot travel.
It's a downside to not being covered in fur.
Well, I don't have fur and I seem to be fine. I guess they're just not as tough as you and I.
Yeah.
Now, Tix is also doing quite well. I'm not bothered by the cold.
Yeah, which is weird, because, aren't you a reptile?
Yes, are you warm or cold-blooded? That's not impolite to ask.
See, I'm more along the lines of a winter reptile. I'm cold-blooded, but I don't freeze up.
It's because she's cold-hearted as well.
Now, as you prepare, your companions are looking terribly ill and they need a remedy. Will you head back to Aberfeldy, or will you head to the nearby town to find something?
Well,
I feel like we should,
if we head to the nearby town, it'll be quick, but they probably won't have that much stuff, seeing as everything they have is being spread thin for the refugees.
Yes, although
Alternatively,
is all in war, and with the business we had completed there, I fear if we may have been spotted.
Yeah. There's more risks in Aberfeldy if we went back there.
I mean, we could quickly check the town, and if they don't have what we need there, we can then plan to head to Aberfeldy.
Yeah, I mean, even if we can't find exactly what we need, we should be able to find someone who can tell us what we need. If that makes sense.
Yes, find a lead, whether it's some.
I'm having flashbacks to that last Airbender episode where Sokka and Katara are ill, and Aang has to find frogs for her to suck on. I'm just thinking that should we find some frogs? Is that what we need to do?
Yes, some frozen frogs. I mean, weather's right for it. But yes, let's head into town. We can see if there's any information, any leads, and take it from there.
As you look at Wilfred and Vincent, their skin is turning blue, but it is hot and warm to the touch.
Do I know anything of this? I mean, I'm from technically pretty far up north, but not necessarily this climate. Is there anything that I've heard of?
Where you're from, it doesn't quite get as cold in the winters, but
Yeah.
you do remember occasionally someone coming in with frost fever.
Hmm.
It is a magical illness when someone is infected with the elementals of frost.
Do I know of any cure?
You don't know of a cure, but you do know that they should know more in town.
Okay. So I'll share that information then with Kaz. Well, seems like it's frost fever. I've heard of it, but I don't know too much. I'm guessing the town should know. Can probably get some leads there.
All right, let's find a healer.
Yeah.
Hang in there, guys. Maybe stay
Yeah, do we
down
leave
below
them
when the
here? Do we carry them in? I don't know if I can carry either of them. I mean, a wagon's warm.
Yeah, I mean, if they stay in the cabin all bundled up, that should be okay, right?
I think.
They should be.
Oh God. So I guess we'll make sure they're all tucked in nice. Lay a glass of water out for each of them and some rations.
Try not to die before we get back.
We should try to be back to check in on them hopefully before nightfall, but
If you do feel like dying, don't.
yes, I agree. And I'll turn to the horse and I'll be like, it's your job to look after them. You got it?
George looks at you and says, "Yes, I got it."
Oh gosh!
And you remember that hallucinations are one of the early symptoms of frost fever.
Crap, you're coming down with it too.
We gotta go quick. Gotta go quick. Let's go. So I guess then I started running off towards town.
As you're running towards town, the snow is thick and heavy underfoot. It is wet as it has begun to warm. As you feel the warm air blowing, you see little bits of snow melting. The sun feels nice against your skin, and you smell earth turned up. As you approach the town, the smell begins to go sour as you smell unwashed refugees and piling refuse. Walking into town, you'll see a great number of tents set up around the edges of town where clear fields provide eager opportunity to host them. As you're walking up, you see a young man looking at you and says, "Please, do you have anything to spare?" He wears nice clothes. However, they are worn thin and ragged and have not been repaired lately.
Do you know
I
this
think
town
Yeah, I think
well?
Kaz just kind of opens out his pockets and literally just kind of crumbs fall out, and then they kind of go, "Yeah, I think we're in the same boat as you, buddy."
He looks at you. "Oh, you're running from Aberfeldy?"
Yeah.
Last I heard, the whole sewers exploded. They think it was the gas in the sewers had been broken from the street lamps, and one of the bombs set it off.
Oh, wow.
Gosh, I hope not too many were injured, although that's quite a tall order in times of war like we find ourselves in.
Tell me, you've come more recently than we have. What is the status of the city?
I mean,
It wasn't good when we left. The advanced troops of Mara had just hit the city when we were making our escape. We weren't there very long. Seems that they are likely in a full-blown war there.
He looks down, disheartened, his eyes hollow. I was having a good time in the city. I was a merchant, you see. I sold goods, but my shop is gone, and the city was burning.
I'm sorry, it is quite a tragedy what is happening.
Tell me.
You've been here now for a few days. Do you know of anyone skilled in medicines and cures in the area?
There's a healer in town, but I don't know how well they'll suit you.
What do you mean by that?
They don't seem keen on just providing a cure. You have to go out and get things for yourself. They're overrun and running low on supplies.
That shouldn't be too terrible. We should be able to handle that as long as we are told what we need and have the help in the actual curing part. I'll reach into my pack. Do I have any dregs of rations left, or I can now roll for rations.
Yes, roll for rations and see what you have from the last little while.
I'll need a second. I am currently downstairs giving my dog a treat, so I'll have to run back up to my dice or my computer. Yeah, take this, dog. Take it. Take it. Don't just lick it. She's getting a popsicle.
Oh,
AKA
fun.
just some chicken broth that I froze because she's being loud and obnoxious. And
So
it's like 90 degrees. It's like 90 degrees in Duluth, and I'm dying.
It's 90 degrees.
What's that in English?
Let's
25.
see.
25 isn't that bad.
Let me double check that.
No, it's higher than that because 25 is like room temp.
Oh, that's like plus 30 plus. Yeah, that's above 30 degrees. That is hot. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, general is about Celsius. Oh, it's
about 20 degrees Celsius here, which, let me check what that is. So we're looking about 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit here currently.
Okay, I'm at, it's about 38 degrees Celsius.
That's pretty bad. Thing is, if I was elsewhere in the UK, I would also be suffering, but I currently live on the coast. So I've got like the nice coastal breeze, and I'm also kind of in a valley on the coast. So like the mountains and like the breeze are keeping the temperature much cooler than elsewhere in the UK. So
nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the worst I've had at a place that I lived in was about 48 degrees Celsius.
Oh no.
Ew.
And that was Las Vegas, Nevada, one of the nastiest little hellholes in the US.
Oh gosh, yeah.
If there's anywhere the devil lives, it's Las Vegas.
Where'd the little dicey things go? Why are you not up?
So are either of you fans of Brandon Sanderson?
I have not read any of his works.
I don't recognize the name, but I've read enough that I might have, and just not paid attention to the author.
So he's a high fantasy author, and I'm going to be running the role-playing game based off of his world next week, and I'm going to run that for a little while for a start playing event.
That's pretty cool. Well, I rolled a d4 and I got 1.
All right, so you have 1 ration on hand.
I get it's 2d4, I think. So I'll roll my other d4. Another 1!
You have 2 rations.
I will give 1 ration to the merchant.
He looks at your bundle of scavenged food and says, well, thank you. I guess it's better than nothing. Can't be too picky these days.
I kind of look at him with a slight expression of like shock and a gas. I'm like, I just gave you half of the food I have, and you're gonna be snooty? It's tough times. I've had to educate myself on how to survive in these. It's really a skill that in these times it seems everyone needs. Well, thank you for your insight about the healer. And did he give us directions to where they are?
Yes, they're a little ways in town in a small church.
Well, shall we go find this healer then, Kaz?
Yeah, let's leave this guy who's definitely not starving. And then Kaz will just kind of walk off. Like, definitely like annoyed at how the merchants like can't be too picky these days, and just like, you've clearly never been starving. That kind of annoyance at him. Because like Kaz does that. Kaz is used to going hungry, you know. So
as you walk away, you see others begging in the streets, and you hear children crying in the distance towards the tents in the fields, and the ground is wet and soggy. The road, which had been frozen when you had first come into town, is now churning up with mud. As you take a step, you sink into your ankles with a deep squelch, and you make your way down the central road. As you get closer to the actual town itself, you find a welcome sight. The roads in town are paved with stones. Stepping up out of the mud, you can see all around you where people are desperate. The people in town have been boarding their windows and preparing to fight off the refugees if necessary. They look distrustful as they walk up and down the streets tending to their business. You find a small church a little ways into town. Built out of wood, it has a high rising steeple, and on top, the symbol of the rising sun. This is a temple of Solundus. Inside this small church, you can see through the windows, there is an old man sitting and a young woman next to him, and they are tending to many people laying on beds within inside.
Hello, we are here to get some help from a healer. Our friends are quite sick.
The old man turns towards you, brushes his long beard, and you see crumbs of what he has last eaten falling out onto the ground. I'm the healer. Can you tell me what's wrong?
Frost fever.
Frost fever. Yes. A common malady.
Do you have a cure that you can help us procure?
He looks at you. I have no cure. You'll have to go get one.
What is it that we need?
You need to slay a creature of the woods. A strange beast.
just a strange beast. I mean, what does they look like?
They are little elementals that live in these woods. Long pointed noses, wings. They are wicked little creatures. They live in flocks. You should need maybe a dozen of them, and you can cure someone.
Is it
So
a dozen
if it's 2
for
people, we need
one cure?
What?
Is it? Do you need a dozen just for one cure? Would that cover more than one person?
He looks at you. I do think you should be able to, if you need more, find something bigger. There is water elementals that live in the woods. If you can overwhelm several of them, that can make more cures than these frozen creatures. Or if you seek out there are larger fire elementals, more dangerous than the water elementals, yet they are much better for a cure. But nonetheless, you need to slay an elementals of some sort. It is the elemental magic that causes this, and it is by that they can be cured.
Any specific areas of the woods that elementals are known to be in, or any best way we can be tracking them down, or do we just have to head out and wander?
Oh, there should be some ways to find them. If I recall, these elementals leave a magical trace in the air as they travel. But you must be sensitive to magic to find them. If you go north of the town, that is where they are most common. He slumps back into his shoulders and begins walking back towards the other patients that he is attending.
Do we just bring the creature's corpse to you? Is there a certain part we need to harvest?
His young assistant walks up to you and hands you a small carved token. So, she mutters, I think you just need this while you're fighting them, and this will absorb their magic when you slay them.
Seems simple enough. I'll kind of turn to Kaz slightly hesitantly.
Bring the token back after fighting enough of them. Its eyes will glow. Just bring it back, and we can make you a cure.
I'll take the token. Like, well, I guess we best be on our way then, Kaz. The sooner we can get our friends back up, the better. As well as I fear with our proximity to them and that we may be befalling to it soon as well. Want to make sure we can fight when we're the healthiest.
Yeah, and hope we can take out enough elementals on our own. I don't think we should go after the fire elemental. I don't think we can manage that.
Would likely be her, just the two of us.
At a push, we might be able to take out the water elementals. So what? A couple water elementals? Would that be enough?
He looks at you. It holds up her fingers. 2 water elementals should be enough for all of you.
Oh, that seems simple enough.
Be careful. Each one is dangerous.
Anything we should know in particular?
If you get too close to a water elemental, it will suck you in.
Wondering if that might be the case.
It will suffocate you.
We'll have to keep our distance then. Kaz, do you have enough ranged? I know I often see you with your sword. Do you have ranged abilities as well?
Yeah, I got some range stuff. Doesn't do as much damage, but does in a pinch.
Okay.
And I do have that new spell I picked up from my new teacher.
And do you know any ice magic?
Elemental magic. I could potentially make some ice out of it.
If you can do damage with the ice, it will slow down the water elemental.
I don't believe I have any. I tend to have more necromantic.
I've got ice knife, chromatic orb that I could potentially turn into ice damage.
Yes.
And
those
with dragon's breath, I might be able to make ice.
You want to slow down the water elemental and stay away from it.
Okay. I do ice knife, you explode the frozen water elemental. We've got a plan!
Yes, seems we do. Well, I guess up north we head.
As you begin traveling north of the town, you feel the cold wind blowing, it carrying a great deal of wet, heavy snow that sticks to you as it blows. You feel chills run down your spine in the heavy wetness, and you make slow progress through the snow to the north. Make an Arcana check.
Why are my dice roll so bad today?
Kaz, you sense something up ahead. A great number of elemental forces gathering. None of them are powerful, but there are many.
I think we found the ice guys.
Do we want to try for these at all, or just keep moving?
Do you want to be in a battle with lots of little guys surrounding you that you could potentially take out with a lot of AoE style spells if we have any? Or do we want to just fight 2 things?
I'm worried that we won't get enough out of these little ones. It sounds like they needed quite a few.
Yeah. Can I send the flying
Although
snake
I
ahead
do
to
have,
double check if
I,
these
I
are like the ice things or not?
Yes.
Cool.
have a feeling fireball would be quite useful in this situation.
As your familiar flies ahead, it flies up to where you sense the many, many elemental forces, and within there, you see icicles dangling from every surface, hanging heavily off of trees, bending boughs, some starting at the top branches of a tree and continuing all the way to where they meet the ground.
Yeah, but those are the icy dudes that we don't really want to try for.
Yeah.
Well, we know where they are if we can't deal with the water elementals.
Seems fair enough. Keep moving for now, but I'll mark this spot. I'll kind of be keeping a bit of using my cartography skills. I will kind of make a rough map and mark where we found these so we can backtrack our way if we need to find these guys.
As you approach and skirt around the icy clearing, you hear the delicate sound of ice blowing in the wind, gently clattering against itself. You go further north, making arcana checks.
Oh, okay.
Manny, you sense a burning presence off to the west, like a fire ignited in the magic itself. You feel it ferocious and roaring.
Well, I think I know what the fire one is. I'll kind of gesture towards the direction I felt it in the west.
I can send my snake forward again to double check if you want.
We can, yeah.
As you send your snake forward, it continues through the frozen forest with the thick evergreen trees until it comes upon a clearing, where in the center of it there is a pillar of fire spinning, reaching high into the air. It burns without fuel and dances wickedly in the wind.
Yeah, we don't want to do that one, do we? Not with just two of us.
Yeah, that seems quite challenging. I don't think I have a whole lot that's good against fire.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reckless, but I'm not that reckless.
Yeah. It doesn't do our friends any good if we end up dead. Shall we keep moving, see if we can find those water elementals, and if not, we'll circle back for the ice one.
Yeah.
As you continue along the frozen ground, the wet snow clings to you and occasionally falls off of the trees with a loud thump, settling onto the ground. Make another Arcana check. You're aware of a watery presence, liquid and fine, up ahead, but it feels unclear. There may be 1, 2, maybe even 3. You're not sure.
All right, my little flying friend, you know what to do.
You have to leave it.
As your snake goes flying up, it finds your clearing. Amidst the evergreen trees, there is a small clearing with a pond that strangely is not frozen. Every so often, the surface of the water moves on its own.
Think we got him.
Seems like it. Shall we? I will cast Mage. Pup, you're fine. I will cast Mage Armor on myself. Dog, you are fine. Stop being a booty face. Okay. Mage Armor has been cast. I am now ready. I will not die in one
I
hit.
am gonna activate Blade's song as well.
Yeah, no ma'am. No ma'am.
As you two step into the clearing, you don't see anything except the still water, which occasionally splashes over the edges of the pond all on its own.
So we go over and poke it?
We should probably keep a bit of distance, maybe throw something in, but yes, you might need to loop them out.
I mean, they said freeze it, so let's try an ice knife. Can I cast ice knife at the water?
Yes. As you cast your spell, it shoots across the clearing. It hits the water with an icy splash, briefly freezing the surface before the ice fades and you see something emerging from the water.
I mean, I got a natural 20. Does that get anything?
Roll your damage. You roll with a crit on that. You see the water elemental is slow. It comes lurching forward, but doesn't make it far as you see the ice crystals binding it up within, preventing its movement.
All right, quick, like, do a thing. Magic missile, maybe? Or
Roll initiative.
yeah.
Manny, you are the first to respond as the water elemental emerges. You see this large, swirling mass of water come out of the pond and towards you. What do you do? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry, my dog had been barking, so I had muted myself. So I was gonna, do Witch Bolt at it, which got a 25.
Roll damage. The
Okay, now
lightning streaks through it like a rising storm on the ocean.
Did the lightning damage, did it seem to do normal damage, or do I feel like that was less effective than I expected it to be, or?
It did normal damage.
Okay, lightning works. Well, that's all I got right now.
All right, Kaz, it is your turn. The water elemental still crackling with lightning within.
Okay, and it should still have the effects of the ice knife until the end of its turn.
Yes.
So I don't need to do another ice damage yet. I can worry about that next time. So let's stick with magic missile, and I'll do it at second. And I've got to do it 3 more times?
Yeah, 3 more times. You see the magic missiles hitting the water, but not doing much effect.
Alright, so we need elemental damage. Okay. Next time I'll do chromatic orb.
And is that your turn?
I might duck into the bushes and hide.
Roll stealth. You are effectively hidden from the creature. And now Manny is its sole focus.
That's fine.
It comes surging forward like a wave crashing over the land, moving in slow motion as the ice inside of it halts it like the slowing of a river. And Manny, it is your turn.
Let's see. I will gonna try casting Shatter on it. Might not do anything, but let's see if thunder damage, and I'll just center it right on him. So con saving throw.
It makes the saving throw, taking half damage.
Okay. So full damage would be 6. Dang.
You see the water surge a little bit as you cast your spell.
But then bonus action, my witch's bolt gets damaged. Let's see, is that no, why do I hit this? I do here. Ongoing damage. Okay, so then it's 11 from the witch bolt.
The lightning continues to crackle through the water, further enhancing the image of a winter tempest given life. A stormy ocean surging towards you menacingly.
Well,
And
this will be
Kaz,
fun when it hits me.
It is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to do a chromatic orb. No.
That does not hit.
No! I'm sorry, I was hoping to do more ice damage to it.
It's okay. I kind of have a plan. Where the
I
plan
hope so.
needs me.
Can I still cast... The casting of Shadow Blade is a bonus action, but I have cast a spell. Is it... Like, I can't cast another...
You can still cast a bonus action.
Okay, great. I will activate a Shadow Blade.
I personally don't like the rule that you can only do one magic thing a turn.
Yeah.
Plus, a Shadow Blade, I can yeet it as an action and recall it as a bonus action if need be, so... Yeah, I've got a emergency yeet if necessary.
The watery tempest shattering through the ice within as it rushes towards Manny.
Oh, beans.
Make a DC 15 saving throw, strength saving throw. As you fail, the water wraps around you and you are grappled, restrained, and suffocating.
Yeah.
As the water surrounds you.
Yeah.
Was this part of the plan, Manny?
I have a plan for this, and it's like,
You take 24 bludgeoning damage as the water surges over you.
Oh, yeah. Concentration. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Warcaster. Okay, at least my concentration went well.
And, Manny, on the start of each of your turns, you can make a DC 15 strength saving throw to escape.
Okay. So, Hup, you're fine. So let's see that saving throw. Hey.
So you managed to pull yourself out of the water.
I am... Hup, you are fine. I'm going to cast Thunderclap. Yes, spell. I think that is...
It fails.
Yay. Damage. Roll. Okay, and then I still have my bonus action of my Witch Bolt damage. And I can't run away without it trying to get me, so...
It might be better to just run away.
Yeah, so... I'll just, I guess, take the thing and I'll try to get away.
Reaches out towards you as you run. Then you feel the water splashing against your back, wet and cold, as it fails to hit you.
Okay. Alive for now.
Kaz, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to try the chromatic orb again because we need that thing slowed. Or should I try the ice knife again because it still does minor AoE damage?
Do you want the tactical opinion on this?
Tactical opinion, it makes more sense to do ice knife because it should be guaranteed at least half 2d6 cold damage from the 5 feet.
Yes, and you don't need any minimum damage to slow it. You just need cold damage. That does hit, however. Roll damage.
And then I would also like to roll damage against the saving throw regardless.
Yes. It fails that one, so go ahead and roll damage for full on that.
I'll just roll it manually in the...
You see the ice thickening into the surface of the water, the lightning crackling around as it surges.
How much health you on, Manny?
I'm at about half health.
Okay, and you're already a healer, so as a bonus, I will just kind of step out of hiding and then just kind of say, "Take that, you fucker!" I'm gonna try and get his attention on me, so because we don't want the healer going down.
Roll intimidation.
Sure. I don't think Kaz is that intimidating, though. They're just a little guy. Yeah.
You're not very scary, but you do have its attention. Will you do anything else on your turn?
Shit.
The water elemental surges towards you. It doesn't make it far as the ice within slows it down. And Manny, it is your turn.
I am going to use one of my big spells and cast lightning bolt at it. So we get a real long line. Because that's not going to hit. Yeah, there we go.
It fails its saving throw.
Damage.
As the lightning bolt strikes it, the intensity of the lightning surging within doubles. As it is now a light show, moving and violent.
Oh god. Well, I'll then I guess use my bonus action to fill it with even more lightning. From my where is things I can okay. So which bolt I get off on my bonus action. Ooh, max damage on that.
As this lightning goes surging through it, you see the water crackle and explode.
Hey!
And you hear a rushing from the pond.
Oh gosh. Well,
as something comes surging out towards Kaz.
Oh.
Shit.
The water elemental surges around Kaz.
Do I get a dex saving throw?
It's your turn first.
Okay. It's my turn first.
So you have a moment to react as this thing surges up around you.
As I'm gonna forego my shadow blade and cast Dragon's Breath.
All right.
Wait, it says I have no available slots, but I should because I've only cast Shadow Blade. No, I did Magic Missile. Fuck. I did Magic Missile at second.
I know, I'm running low on spell slots myself.
I'm running low on spells, man. In which case, I'm not gonna give up my Shadow Blade. I'm gonna quickly stab it before disengaging and getting the fuck out of there. I think I'll cast Beaming Blade as I stab.
All right, roll to hit. Are you there, Kaz?
Yeah, sorry. Trying to work out how much. I always forget how much damage Shadow Blade does. So it's 2d8. Yeah, just 2d8. Cool. Okay, so that's 14 total with the Booming Blade and the Shadow Blade. When it moves, it will do the whatchamado. And I'm now going to disengage and move. I can't access.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna move there.
All right. And as you leave, the elemental comes surging afterwards.
I tried.
As it surges over the top of you, make a DC 15 strength saving throw as it tries to pull you within its body.
Why'd it gotta be strength? Why not dex?
Oh yeah, no, I ain't good at strength either.
It could have been dex to get out of the way, but nah. Saving throw. I mean, a normal throw is still plus. I've got +0.
It pulls you within its body, and you are grappled, and it bludgeons you.
Oh gosh. Well, I don't want to cast any spells that's gonna cast.
Just do it.
If I did like that lightning spell, that would hit you too. But also, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what spells will be effective, but not.
Kaz, make your Constitution saving throw for your Shadow Blade.
And advantage because Blade's song is act. Fuck.
Your Shadow Blade disappears as you struggle for breath as you are tossed around in the waves.
And I've only got one first level spell left.
So as you are suffocating, you have 1 minute to hold your breath before you start taking levels of exhaustion.
Good to know.
If you hit level 6 of exhaustion, you die. So you have 16 rounds in the water elemental before you drown.
I mean, hopefully we'll have killed it by then, right?
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't take us that long to get you out. Oh gosh.
All right, Manny, it is your turn.
Well, let's see. What can I cast that's not gonna kill Kaz? Because I have a feeling my lightning spells are gonna travel through the water. I think that's gonna be a bad time. I guess I'm gonna. Let's see. I'll try Shatter again and just place it where it's not hitting the creature, but not Kaz.
Makes it saving throw.
So that would be full damage. So I guess 7. And
with a successful 15 strength check, you can pull Kaz out of the water.
Okay, I can just get to Kaz there. So then I will try. Can I do that within like my bonus action? My strength check. Or will I need a full action? Okay.
You can use your bonus action.
Strength check. It's not going to go great. I tried. I'm sorry.
You grab Kaz with a mighty effort and just pull on her, pulling a little bit on her arm. Feels like you're going to pull her arm out of the socket, but you don't get her out of the water.
My weak magic arms are not strong enough for this.
And Kaz,
sorry,
them,
Kaz.
not her. Kaz, it is your turn. You make your strength saving throw to see if you get out of the water. If not, you take 2d8 bludgeoning damage.
So I've got to roll a 15, right, basically?
Yeah.
It is a DC 14 to escape, so
I've got to roll a 14.
Left. Yeah. And if you have athletics, you can add that.
Oh my god! Kaz is a slippery little motherfucker!
All right, Kaz slips out of the water elemental.
Okay, was that like action, bonus action, free action? What was that?
That was an action.
So I've got a bonus action. Okay, yeah, bonus action. I'm just gonna kind of disengage and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
All right, the water elemental. It surges forward and tries to pull Manny in.
Yeah. Dog, why are you like this?
Make a strength saving throw.
Well, I think I failed. Oh, boy howdy. Boy
Are you
howdy.
down, Rob?
Almost. I'm hanging on by a thread.
Manny is bludgeoned and pulled into the water.
This is going great. Pop, please. Stop bugging at me.
And Manny, it is your turn.
Okay, so remind me, is escaping, that's a full action?
Yes.
I should... Now, okay. Pop, please, this is a very dramatic moment. So, I will then use my meta magic to change Cure Wounds into a bonus action. Not what it's meant for. So, puppy, please, I beg of you. So now my Cure Wound is bonus action. So I get 17 more health. Huzzah. Dog. No, ma'am. I'm disappointed in you. Yes. So then I will use my action, dog, to try and escape.
All right, roll strength.
Okay. That is 14.
You just barely managed to make it out of the water, flopping onto the ground, gasping for air, soaked and shivering.
Oh, I can't get taken by this thing again, so I am gonna risk the hit. Dog! I'm gonna risk the hit and just book it. Just kind of went as far as I can that way. I can go a little farther, I think. I just need a stretch. Whee! Help! Why? I just wanted to run away! Oh, and I can't even reaction. Well, well, I guess I don't make it that far.
So, Manny, you turn to run away as it crashes over you like a tidal wave.
Well,
The last thing you see before going unconscious is Kaz watching, preparing to leap in, looking almost as drowned as you are.
well, it's been a good run, y'all.
And Kaz, it is your turn.
Ah, fuck! I think, like, the briefest thought of just running away and saving themselves does, like, flicker through their mind. Like, I will be honest about Kaz, like, they do briefly think, should I just run? But, like, this is like the first group of people that have actually taken them in and just kind of actually show not just tolerance but kindness to Kaz. So they're like, nah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's kill this bitch and save my new friends.
Oh.
So,
Well, we'll come.
is there any way I can give myself advantage for this round so I can get sneak attack? Oh, what if I use my bonus action to hide at the beginning of my round, and then I immediately yeet myself forwards? With that would give me advantage for sneak attack, right?
Yeah, that would work.
Cool. Let's do a quick stealth. That'll do. 28.
You are hidden.
Good.
As you hide in the tree, preparing to attack.
Okay, so now I've got advantage for my rapier attack. Run forward. And I'm going to attack with Beaming Blade as well.
All right. And do remember that your next attack...
It should have taken extra Beaming Blade damage from the previous time it moved as well.
Yes, so roll that 2d8 for that right now.
Cool. So that's the Beaming Blade for this one go round. That's movement damage from the first time it moved. And now I'll do the rapier damage for this go round. And then I'll do the sneak attack. Where's sneak attack? There we go. There's my... Wait, yeah, that's me. Okay, so with all of that damage...
Elemental is angry. The water's surging violently, like a threatening tide here to pull you under.
I've got like 20 feet of movement left. I'm gonna just hope he doesn't hit me and just kind of jump out of the way.
It hits.
Damn it! Still up.
Like a wave crashing over your back, the water elemental hits you.
I've got like 3 HP left. Jesus Christ.
Oh god. The other
And
two
then-
will come back. They're like, hey, what happened? It's like, well, we all died.
The water elemental comes surging towards you, leaving Manny drowned on the ground next to it. Roll damage for the booming blade.
Okay.
And then it begins crashing over you, pulling you in.
Have you ever had an unsuccessful realm recharge?
The first one was unsuccessful, this encounter. But ever since then, they've all...
So if I don't succeed this, I will take damage and drown and die.
You're going to drown, yeah.
So
Okay.
we're both dying right now.
So because we're both dying right now, can I ask for bullshit advantage? Because if I fail, we both die.
All right. You can roll with advantage in a last desperate moment.
Thank you. Oh, thank God!
Oh.
I need that one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dice God.
I will take whatever like penalty you give me for asking for that advantage. I will take it.
All right, Manny, make your death saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Well, this might be the end of Manny. They had a good run.
I mean, you've still got one success, one. Don't roll another failure, basically.
Yeah,
You can-
roll
yeah.
2 more failures. Well, one
2 more failures and you die.
Yeah.
I thought a natural wonder was 2 failures.
That was a
are
2.
you not doing that rule?
Manny hasn't rolled a 1 on death saves.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a 2. Okay.
Kaz,
I saw the red. I saw the red and feared the worst.
You're on your last ropes.
Jesus fucking Christ on a bicycle.
We should have gone for the small one. I could have just fireballed them all and they would have been done.
Okay. I'll do the same, being I will hide in order to get the advantage for the sneak attack first.
Oh, I'm sorry, puppy.
17 good enough to hide?
Yes.
Good. That means I get sneak attack. And I'm doing Booming Blade on top of this as well.
Oh, you don't need to hide, actually, because you have Vex from your last attack.
Oh! Okay, so that's great. I've still got my bonus action then. I can use
Yeah.
that to disengage and run. Great. So... And because I have my bonus action, I'm going to disengage and run as far as I possibly fucking can. Sorry, my computer's fucking... I'm trying to find a place that's like 40 feet away. Okay, that's 40 feet. And now when it comes after me, it will take the additional Booming Blade damage.
As you run by the water, you see something surging underneath it.
Don't
Oh,
you
no.
fucking dare. Oh, I was worried about going by the water.
It comes rushing towards you. Roll your booming blade damage.
Is there a possibility this could go?
Come on!
The elemental slows a bit, but still pursues you.
Jesus Christ!
Make a DC 15 strength.
You got this,
Can I still get?
Kaz.
I will take all the exhaustion disadvantages like you give me after the battle if you let me like continuously roll this with advantage, please.
All right, roll with advantage.
Cool. I will take any exhaustion you give me afterwards. No!
You are sucked in. As you are bludgeoned and pulled into the water, you feel yourself going unconscious. And you see in the corner of your vision an old man with a young woman next to him approaching from the distance.
I think I just weakly gurgle out, help, as I just feel myself drown.
You fade into darkness. In a moment, you're blinking open, and the last thing you see through the bit of darkness pulling at your vision is two glowing green eyes from the totem you have. And then it's nothing. You two wake up in the small church, drowned and wet. Your lungs ache. Your bones hurt. Your muscles are strained. As you lay
Ow.
weakly in the bed,
Kaz, are you alright?
Surprisingly, I've been worse.
Oh. What? Did you beat it off? Finish it off?
I didn't. Someone appeared.
Someone else? I'll try to sit up and look around, probably taking note though, and how did we get back here?
you see the old man looking a bit damp, tending to the people around you, and his younger assistant working feverishly. He looks over at you guys. You almost died.
Yeah, that happened.
You got right lucky, you did. You should have gone after the small ones.
Why did you help us?
I just happened to be nearby. And you see his assistant turn and wink at you.
Well, thank you for saving us. I feel what would have happened to feel that we would have very much been dead, as well as compatriots. How can I repay you? Is coin still helpful in these times?
He looks at you. Oh, no coin is necessary.
What then?
Oh, I didn't do much. You had almost finished it. But I do need a favor.
Yes, and what is that favor?
There are some ruins to the mountains here. There is an item I need.
What kind of item?
I am growing old, but in these caves, in these ruins, there is something that can regain my youth. It is an ancient spell, written in a tome, carved into the flesh of men. It only works once, but it will give you a whole nother lifetime. Bring me this tome. I need it.
What if we are unsuccessful in retrieving it?
Then I will die.
No pressure then. Mind if we go after we've patched ourselves up a bit?
And make sure our friends are taken care of. Is there a cure we can bring them? Were we able to get what we needed for that?
He pulls the totem with the glowing green eyes out of his pocket and hands it to you. That should do for... Now, he pulls out of another pocket a small bottle. Give them each 1 drop of this, and then the magic from the totem will work on them.
All right.
He points at you, and you look down, and your skin is turning blue. You're going to need some yourself.
Yes, see that. I was fearing that might be the case when we left for our mission. I guess I'll test it out on myself first, make sure I don't die on the way to our friends. I'll take the sip and use the totem.
As you take the sip, the eyes of the totem flash, and you feel a warmth spreading through you. You see your skin return to its natural hue, and you feel something fleeing your presence. And it
That
might be
feels
your
much-
imagination, but it seems like you saw something flutter out one of the windows.
Well, we should probably get back to our friends, don't you say, Kaz?
Yeah.
As you are walking back, every sound of water is menacing. The drip of melting snow, the squelch of your boots, all of it carries a new threat that sends shivers down your spine.
Kaz will sleep it up and then repress it like he does everything else.
As you make your way back towards the wagon, your companions are still there. Tix looks at you. Well, you look half drowned.
Well,
Probably because we were fully drowned a while ago.
Yes.
Fully drowned.
Yeah, well, you know, we walked it off. That's why we're only half drowned now, you see.
Kicks and nods. Not the most intelligent, but very trusting.
We got what we need to fix up our friends here. I'll start, pour the liquid and hold up the talisman. See if we can rouse our friends.
As their skin returns to its normal hues, you see the light begin to fade as night approaches. The warmth of the wagon is a firm comfort compared to the freezing ice waters of the water elementals.
And we can take a much needed long rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Add a character though, how much health was that last water elemental on before you needed to have the doctor save us?
10.
Oh my god! If I'd been able to survive one more round, I could have fucking killed it!
Gosh, and I was unconscious like most of that one. So that was like mostly you taking that one down.
Oh my god.
Gosh. Yeah, I don't think we should let Kaz and Manny go off on their own more.
I mean, our characters, like, we're the squishiest characters as well. We have, like, the smallest amount of health.
Yeah, it's hard when both of us are squishy. We both have the same weaknesses. AKA, we're both not strong. I have a negative strength, and you have a 0 strength. So, yeah, we probably should have gone after the small ice ones. I could have just obliterated them with a fireball. Hey, but at least we didn't go for the giant fire one. That probably would have been.
Oh yeah, that we would have died after like one hit for that one.
Now, as you prepare to sleep and you're drifting off, your minds are haunted by the sound of waves as you dream of being on ships sinking in the ocean, crossing rivers and being pulled under.
Gosh, yeah, the two will come back, and both of us will just be deeply traumatized.
I mean, Kaz won't act like it though. I wasn't kidding when I said that they're going to repress it after a night's sleep.
Just shove it deep down. Well, no one will find. There we go.
Now, the ruins that the old man described, they are the same ruins that you have your quest to enter.
I thought as much. The necromantic connection.
Oh, he's not going to become undead, is he, in order to live forever?
Unsure. We know we're looking at for an artifact that brings the dead back to life, and I don't know if that's the same book as that artifact. We'll have to figure out if that we can actually complete his favor.
I mean, at least it's just a favor, and the penalty for not completing it is just that he'll die, and he's too old to hold it against us, you know? I mean, his apprentice might, but she also might not. Who knows? What's another vengeful spirit after us?
Well, I'd really like if we could leave a town without making enemies, but...
I mean, it's a lot of fun, though, you gotta admit.
It has its moments.
All right, this is where we're going to wrap up for today. It's going to be a bit of a shorter session.
Makes sense.
Oh, should we tell the others when they get back that we did actually die? just try and play as trope as long as we can.
Like, oh yeah.
So, like, oh yeah, you've got your own mission at the beginning of this. You've got to revive us first.
I know.
No, you didn't die, but you came very close.
We came very fucking close.
Because I was also, you didn't see it, but I was tracking how many rounds it would be till the old man showed up.
Oh.
So if you had gone down earlier and failed your death saving throws and not defeated them, you might have actually died.
Oh,
okay. Dang, mystery clock going on in the background. Hey, at least we hung on. We may not have actually beat both of the monsters, but hey, at least we hung on long enough.
We hung on long enough.
And I was not expecting to get Whelm back every turn.
Yeah, that ruined us.
Mm-hmm. And then the fact, like, okay, I'm gonna run away. Well, guess wow, I'm using my actual sorcerer abilities of quicken spells to heal myself and escape. Oh, and now I'm dead.
That was so funny. Because you're like, I'm gonna risk it, I'm gonna get away, and then it's critical hit on your back.
I know, I even got myself like a decent hit point. I'm like, great, I'm almost at 20, and nope. Like, and I could take one of those attacks. The last time it did like 7 damage or something. It was like, it wasn't too much. And I'm like, oh, no.
Well, it was also almost max damage.
Dang.
Also, I will happily take any story penalties for the bullshit advantages you let me have. Like, I am happy to do that.
No, this is a side quest. You get a little extra advantage.
Okay, thanks. Appreciated. Yeah, I think we've learned a lesson. Don't let the two non-binary characters out on their own. They need the boys with them.
Don't let the two squishy casters out on their own to hunt things.
Yeah. Just send us to a library. We're fine there.
It is interesting to kind of map out which of the team ups are like the worst possible for what type of mission. We found the worst team up for the worst mission first off.
Yes, going and hunting a enemy whose main ability is strength based.
Yeah, that was I think where we messed up. And I was like, I play, and I'm like, okay, I know like underwater stuff is based off of Constitution. I have really good Constitution, so if I'm not in the water, I can chill for a second. No.
If it was like Dex based, like I've got like a +10 to Dex.
Yeah, you have a +11 actually to your dexterity.
+11.
And I have plus 8 saving throws.
So you would almost always succeed on a dexterity saving throw on these, but your strength is 0.
Mm-hmm. And my strength is -1, although my strength saving throw is 1, I think because of, I don't know, apparently something. Yeah. Well, we've learned. We've grown. We gained some trauma. All in a good day's work.
Yeah.
So you have a cloak of protection and a ring of protection, both of which give a +1 to your saving throws. And you have a -1 from your strength, which is why it's a +1.
A net +1.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I know I got something like my stuff is high. I'm like, I trust D&D Beyond the Forge that they're doing the math right. But yes, I
should have utilized fucking Scully. If we utilize Scully, then wasn't thinking. Plus, we could have thrown the skeleton at the water elemental each time.
He probably wouldn't have done much damage, but he could have at least been.
He could have been tactical bait.
He could have pulled us out of the water.
Yeah, or been tactical bait if he got kind of drowned in our place.
Also, it was easy enough to handle the first one because you had enough spell slots to keep it slowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ran out of spell slots, and like the only thing that I had left were like it all required enough distance to not get the disadvantage, and I didn't want to risk the disadvantage for everything.
But this takes me to one of my favorite abilities to combine. It takes a fair bit of synergy, but you can have someone summon a water elemental and then quicken it with haste. It is very good for dealing with casters.
Yeah.
Oh, and in one of the other weekly games I play, we've been playing this game for like 5.5 years. We've now reached level 20, so we've been doing this a long fucking time. But we have 2 druids in the party, and whenever we're like looking at a battle where like we need like a lot of area effect things because it's like a full-on war style battle, they're just like, right, both of us, let's do call lightning. One of us calls lightning, and then we can just consistently call lightning. Both of us can call it from the storm. Like it's when 2 casters can cast the same spell and can utilize the same spell, and yeah, it does a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun interactions that can happen with spells, but some of my favorite spells are conjuration spells.
Oh, I'd love to get like a potion for fly, and then cast Dragon's Breath, so then I can actually be flying while breathing fire.
Well, once you get 3rd level spells, you're a wizard, so you will be able to learn fly.
Yeah, but unless I get an artifact that allows me to cast 2 concentration spells at once, I can't do them both at once.
True.
For when I next steal stuff going at 3rd level.
We'll see what you find in the next one.
Cool.
So, where we're at right now, what do you guys want to see in the games going forward?
At some point, I want to introduce the party to my hag mother, which is just a very random. I was like, yeah, that'd go great. Kaz would love her. Vincent would hate it. Unsure about Wilfred. He would probably enjoy the woodsiness, but
I'd quite like to delve more into like backstory elements just to see, because like I often find the best way to develop a character's like personality and kind of make them like more, I don't know, deeper is to like look into the tiny sentences that you might have written for a backstory and really just kind of blow it up and just kind of fuck with them.
And something I do is I believe in continuously writing your backstory.
Yeah.
You can always be like, hey, there's this stuff I want to add to my backstory that involves this town. And I encourage you to write stuff and send it to me of, this is something incorporated in my backstory. I want to see it in a few sessions, something like that.
Yeah.
If ever we travel near Falkirk, I'd love to kind of just have like, oh look, there's the orphanage Kaz grew up, and like I'd love to just do that kind of thing as well if we ever go near there. Because like that's the only thing that I know is concrete about the backstory, but I also love kind of developing the character as I play them. So
yeah.
There's always the difference, like, oh, going into it, like, this is how I'm going to play this character. But then as you get into it and you're actually playing that character and interacting, there's always those kind of small changes or new ideas that crop up.
Yeah, I mean, what's really interesting, like, that my first iteration of like a rogue wizard was like an absolute asshole of a magpie Kanku. He was kind of erring on chaotic evil, and then eventually it just kind of got into, what if they were just like a bit of fun? Okay, let's do a fox, a bit of a trickster still, but generally harmless, and now it's just kind of pure chaos. Like, I mean, Kaz isn't chaotic good, don't get me wrong, but they're not chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of parties that are bordering chaotic evil, the other party I have on Saturdays, they kind of found out where a lich was, and instead of trying to organize something to go take down the lich or that, they made deals with the lich for magic.
Nice.
and there's a paladin who's having a moral conflict with his god and is being tempted by another god.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh.
So like the broken oath paladin. I was thinking, let's take that a step further. What happens when a paladin switches gods? And I'm interested to see if he'll go down that path.
Yeah.
I had a really interesting kind of character concept, which so there used to be a high-powered cleric, but then their god died, and so they're back to being level 1, and they're having to like, do they continue down the cleric route? Do they try and find their a new god, or do they just kind of learn a different way of doing magic, or do they just give up magic entirely? And like that whole kind of thing is like, you often find like newbie players of D&D, like they have really beautifully well-written backstories, but it's like, but how you're just level 1. So I kind of got this kind of idea, like, well, you can still have the really complex backstory, but you've got to think, why are they level 1? Okay, what if a cleric that their god died, or like, what if a warlock lost their patron pact, or like, what if a fighter got like mortally wounded and like have to like relearn how to like walk again, for example, like that kind of thing. So like having a reason as to why you're back to being level 1 after that rich backstory, and I would love to play a character like that, you know?
I have a similar idea for there's a campaign I'm going to be in that's going to be like Revolutionary America era, and so I'm going to play my character used to be an infamous pirate back in the age of piracy, but he retired, disappeared before the age of piracy ended, and decided to become an artist. So over the 50 years, he's like trying to study the arts now. So he's turned into a bird, but like he still has a little bit of his pirating skills, but like not really, because he decided, guess what? Career change. Now I do poetry. So he has.
It's never too late to change careers.
Mm-hmm. Like, this infamous pirate doesn't know I've left that behind. Now the arts that I care about. I was very much inspired by Our Flag Means Death.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, that sounds like Our Flag Means Death.
Yes. Okay, I made this character when I was watching, and I'm like, yes. Here's my inspiration.
Just how gay is this character?
Well, probably pretty, but probably pretty gay. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the entire group that I'm in is pretty cishet. So I'm like, well, we'll see. No, I think they're all safe people, but it's also kind of like, well, I don't know if anyone's willing to.
I think it would be super fun to do a gay pirate campaign.
It would be great.
There's there is a tabletop role-playing game. I forget the exact name of it. I think it's called like Swords and Lesbians or something.
Oh,
and it's
Thirsty
essentially
Sword Lesbians.
Yeah. And
yeah,
like,
I've run that before.
Yeah. Although, separate from that, like me and my friends, we did actually, we briefly ran a pirate campaign. It did turn out to be very gay. I don't think any of our characters were straight. And we were definitely kind of erring on chaotic evil, that kind of level as well. The only reason it kind of stopped was mostly because we ran out of things to do. The reason we ran out of things to do is because we made it our mission to, whenever we stopped in a port, we would try to leave that city worse than when we found it.
Oh, God.
Like, in one case, we incited a civil war between the two rival factions. In another case, we had a deck of many Tarasques. We pulled a card and kind of had a Tarasque suddenly just appear and then demolish the town as we then sailed away. We had another one. We found a site of ancient ruins where we kind of essentially awoke the lich that had been defeated centuries ago, and were like, here you go wild on the island. So yeah, we were literally doing a campaign of like, how can we fuck shit up so badly? And eventually we're just like, okay, we've run out of ideas. I guess the campaign is like coming to a close. But yeah, I played the captain of the ship, which was just so much fun. And like, you know Captain Amelia from Treasure Planet?
Yeah.
I was kind of like her, but like so gay.
Okay, I don't know, but like Treasure Planet definitely has some gay vibes to it a lot of the time.
Yeah, it has the gay vibes that kind of a lot of that early 2000s media does. It's like something fruity's going on here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
I've ever played a straight character. I mean, kind of makes sense if you meet me, but you know.
Yeah,
I
no,
tried playing a straight character once. It went all right, but I ended up deciding to make them horribly suicidal because they hated everything.
oh,
And just because, like, I don't know, like trying to act straight made me hate playing the character, so I wanted them to die.
God, yeah, no, pretty much all my characters are de facto queer in some sort. Yeah.
Actually, no, like the one time I did try playing a straight character, me and my friend, we ended up queer baiting our two characters together. And so eventually we're just queer baiting our character. Ah, fuck it, they're gay, there we go. And like, so I couldn't even play a straight character in the end because of accidental queer baiting, and then we're like, no, this is wrong. We can't queer bait ourselves.
God. That's hilarious.
Thing is, what was really funny in that campaign, so the accidental queer baity character, it all went to a head when like he sacrificed himself in order to save the party, and then my new character ended up being adopted by my old character's kind of queer baity boyfriend. So then eventually, like when they then rescued my old character from hell and kind of brought him back, I was then just like, wait, I'm playing my dad and my son.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Sounds like it.
So I'm gonna send something in the chat. I'm commissioning an art piece for my listings, and I want it to be very queer. So I went out of my way to hire an actual queer artist who understands.
Heck
And
yeah.
I got one of the first sketches of that, and it should be done the listing next week.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and this is going to be the campaign art for the Daggerheart games that I'm going to be running.
Ooh.
Do either of you guys want to play in a Daggerheart game on Saturdays?
I would love to, but currently I physically can't.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna be, especially coming up soon, it's gonna be competition season for my gymnast. I'll be out of town like every other weekend.
Oh yeah.
That starts in September.
Yeah, like last me like 6 months time, and when things might have calmed down, and I should be free, but like currently no.
Yeah, at the moment I think I'm not available to, but it's definitely something I'd be interested in when my schedule hopefully clears up at some point.
Yeah, well, let me know when your schedules clear up if you want to play a game and what time slots that would be in, and I can see about opening one up.
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't know, I'm really excited about Daggerheart.
Yeah, I've been watching some of the Critical Role ones on it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
okay,
I think a little bit of the Critical Roles and a little bit of High Rollers. They were also going to do one, I think.
Yeah, Matt Mercer was one of the first men I ever saw, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm actually having gay thoughts about this guy. That was one of the moments when I realized, like, I'm definitely not straight.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of signs, especially in high school. I was in choir. I was on the swim team. I did theater.
Yeah.
No, I remember one time when I was in well, I guess you call it high school. We call it secondary school. But basically kind of like 14, 15, that kind of age. And I remember one of my female friends just kind of like, I was like, oh, thank you, kind of thing, and then just kind of kissing me on the cheek. And I had like a full-on, like, my brain stopped working for like a minute. Thing is, it still took me like another 2 years for me to realize I wasn't straight.
Oh, see, it was a...
Yeah, and then when I went up to my mom and said, hey, I think I might be bi, she just looked at me and went like, so you finally realized, right?
Oh, see, I'm 8, so it was a weird process of wait, Y'all want joking about a sexual attraction? Wait, what?
No,
So,
I'm
yeah,
ace as
mine
well,
was
and so
all
I get that. I get that a lot.
Yeah, because I'm like both ace and arrow, and someone when I was going to college, my roommate asked me, and I hadn't figured it out by then, and then I fully spouted. I'm like, wait, should I be like fully knowing this? Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't think I've ever been attracted to anyone. I'm like, oh god. So
See, I would
yeah.
confuse finding people very aesthetically attracting with being sexually attracted, and that was a whole confusing
Oh yeah.
thing.
Yeah, people can be beautiful. Matt Palmer is a beautiful man. I will.
He is.
He transcends all sexuality. Like I know straight men who are like, yeah, no, he's a beautiful man.
He is very beautiful. The thing is, I found it really funny when whenever, because I've kind of worked out the gender stuff before I worked out the sexuality stuff, which normally is the other way around. You work out you're gay and then you work out your gender's all funky.
Yeah.
But no, I knew the gender funky stuff from way earlier. The thing is, because I was then very open about it, even throughout university as well. Whenever my friends were kind of like questioning their own like sexuality or gender, they would always come up to me and talk to me about it. So I kind of became like the mother gay. So like, I'm like, the mother gay. That's not like it is like a sense of being. If you're a mother gay, you basically help all the young baby gays.
Yeah.
So I just became like this beacon of advice for all the young queer folk at my uni, which I wasn't intending to do, but it was a lot of fun.
See, I realized something. I attract a lot of lesbians into my social circles, and I spent a while trying to figure that out, why that happens, and I realized what it is. Okay, I have a very masculine presence, but without being toxic or threatening.
Yeah. Like the opposite of dude bro energy.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm non-binary, and I figured that out pretty early. I tried explaining that to my mom when I was like 11, and it didn't go well.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't know that I'm non-binary until like 2020. The pandemic happened. Like, oh, that's dysphoria. Oops.
Oh yeah, so many of my friends realized their gender, like, had time to figure out their gender stuff in the pandemic, and then they were just like coming up to me like, "Oh my god, you were right. It just took me to be able to sit alone with my thoughts, which I couldn't do till now."
Yeah, I was like, oh, because I kept confusing like with being ace. I'm like, oh, I know I'm uncomfortable being sexualized, and I'm like, oh, that's why I feel those uncomfortabilities. And then like, I am alone in my house, well, my parents' house. I think there's something else going on here.
Yeah, I just find it fun being gender fluid, because every now and again, like, someone will just kind of use like a generic term, and then I can just clap back with like, yeah, I don't think I'm that today. Like my partner was just like, we were all hanging out, a bunch of us, and I was talking to a couple of other girls, because we all have various chronic issues, so we were just kind of like like confining each other about just how shit it all is. And then my partner came up and was like, "You girls done?" And I just kind of looked back at him like, "I'm not a girl today, I'm sorry." It was very sweet. I always find it funny because like, whenever we slip up for Kaz, because my voice is feminine, you always slip up with she, but I find it funny because Kaz is actually born male. So
oh, dude, I am so bad about that, and I'm sorry.
No,
I do try.
I slip up every now and again, but I slip up to he because I know that like they were born male. Like their full name is Patrick, as in like the Eastern European version of Patrick. So,
okay.
Yeah. Basically, I got it because I was looking up. I knew I wanted to play a fox, and I was looking up Eastern European folklore because whenever you're trying to find fox tricksters in folklore, either you go to Japan or you go to Eastern Europe. But I didn't really want to try and find a Japanese sounding name because I knew I'd like horrendously mispronounce it. So I just go with Eastern Europe, and I found a fox named Patrickaz, who was like essentially this trickster spirit that just kind of hops to and fro in different. I think it was Estonian stories that basically kind of pops up and then causes a bit of mayhem, then just disappears the next day. And I was like, yeah, right, I could do that. So Patrick Kaz was born.
Nice. Yeah, I tie a lot of it's a lot of the stuff people are like, man, you're so original, you have all these ideas and I have no idea where they come from and stuff. And you know what it is no one actually knows Native American folklore. And so I just take whatever's like from my, like whatever I've learned from my relatives and stuff like that, and like all this stuff about my tribe and all of that, and I just take that, and then people are like, wow, this is so fresh and original, this is like so different. Like one of my favorite contrasts is ravens. In so many places, ravens are connected to bad omens. And
I mean, not necessarily in Norse mythology, because in Norse mythology, ravens are associated with wisdom because they are Odin's eyes, essentially. Like, he uses ravens to kind of see across all of Midgard.
Yeah. It's what, memory and thought was their names or something like that?
Yeah.
But in Native Alaskan lore, ravens are much more seen as... So the story of the raven there is that they were all originally white. And, you know, every culture has a story of the firebringer, the person who taught them fire. And in Native Alaskan, that's the ravens. And the reason ravens are black is because their feathers were burned when they stole fire.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And fun bits of lore like that are really unique.
Yeah, I always like getting inspiration from like not just folklore, but also specifically historical folklore. So like the kind of folklore which is based in like history. I mean, I will forever love the various Arthurian legends and myths, and mostly because like we know that Camelot was a place. We know that several locations that are identified and several, like a few figures that are named, like they were figures in ancient Wales. Like, we know this. But because like there's no original Arthurian story, that like we don't know what the original version of it was. Like all of the stories that we know now are essentially just kind of fan fictions of each other, where like different bards would find the other image and be like, oh, I love that, but what if this happened instead, or what if it happened this way, or what if I introduced a new series of characters in it, and it just kind of became this like national thing, like across like Wales and England, where people just loved these stories and just kept on adding more to them. And so we no longer have a singular canon for the Arthurian legend. I mean, the Tales from Monmouth are the most well-known and the most famous, but they're not the oldest version of it, and they're not like, and because of that, we can't call them the canon version of it. And it's the kind of thing where, like, in some cases you find like, oh, Arthur and Morgana, they were brother and sister. Or like Nimue was Arthur's mother. No, she wasn't. Mordred was Morgana's son. No, he wasn't. Like, there are just so many like discrepancies between the stories, and there's no one way of telling it. I love it.
Yeah, I love doing world building like that. The longer you play in my worlds and the more of them you see, the more you start to see that people in different places have different perspectives on what's happening in the world. Like something that players last night ran into really for the first time was that adventurers are considered violent, dangerous people in the country that they're in. Adventurers are not seen as glorious heroes. They are seen as violent rogues. And one of the first things that an old associate of one of the characters asks him after finding out he's an adventurer was, when was the last time you killed someone?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And, honestly, he's like, it's been a few days. And this associate of his, like, most people say never. And it was to underline that, you're adventurers. You're not normal people anymore.
Yeah.
Like, You might have always been outlaws and standing on the edge of society, and that's how you ended up adventurers. But normal, everyday people don't become adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
So we had something similar, like the massive long-running campaign that we've been having. It was after we kind of were getting to the really high levels, and the DM kind of was like putting it into the perspective, like normal people, you don't get past level 1. Someone who's like really skilled or like a commander in battle might get up to like level 5, or like someone who's like high elite assassin might get up to level 10. You guys are now level 15, because like this was a while ago when we were still level 15, which is insane to say. And it was like we then had to give different rumors to the DM that would be circling about our characters, because of how well known they'd become and like how incredible the feats were, and just kind of like what's something that's being said about your character, like what is a word that often comes to mind about your character when they're talking of what's an exaggerated feat that your character did or may not have done at all, and it was just blown out of proportion, that kind of thing. And it was really interesting just trying to come up with those kind of things. And because I was my character in that campaign is a fey sorcerer, so literally like as strange as you come. And because in the world that we're playing in, fey are generally mistrusted because of like the whole like name stealing kind of thing, like trickster natures of them. So like a lot of the rumors I had to think in the context of also being like, oh well, he's also a fae, so like where are those rumors coming in? It's really interesting just trying to think everything up.
Yeah, I like to follow a rule that is only 1 in 10 people would make it to the next level whenever you level up. 9 out of 10 people would die or stop there. And what that means is by the time you make it to level 6, you're already 1 in a million.
Yeah.
By the time you make it to level 9, or level 10, you are 1 in a billion. And so there's only a handful of people who would be even level 10. And not even that there would only be a handful at a time. It is a generational thing where only a few generations you get someone who would ever even make it close to level 20. And that starts to become more and more apparent as you get up higher and higher levels, is you stand out. You're not on the same level as people anymore.
Yeah, because it's that kind of thing where like even if you don't have the strength ability, you have enough of like bonuses and things, like even if you just kind of backhand someone, if they're a level 1, you still could potentially kill them even if you're considerably a weak character for your class.
Yeah. Where even at this point, the average person in the world has 5 hit points.
Yeah. Yeah.
The average
I
person
remember
wouldn't survive a conflict with a water elemental.
Yeah. I mean, I remember at one point when we were playing, we'd reached like kind of level 12 kind of level at this point, and we were like loads of reinforcements from the enemy were kind of approaching, and my character was just like, well, shit, let's do this, and cast like a kind of high level shatter at the approaching enemy, and they were only low-level reinforcements, like all of them died instantly. So it's just that kind of thing. You don't realize how high level you are until you face low-level characters, you know?
Yeah. Like, if you fight a bunch of level 1 characters, that's the average person you find in a town. They're level 1. You fight them, you can cast Fireball and wipe them out loud. You can just roll up with, or say a fighter can roll up and just cut his way through the whole group. And you're reaching a level of power that is more and more dangerous, and you are more and more of an outstanding rogue the more powerful you get.
Honestly, I'd like to like also think about the political aspects of that, because like I know in the high level campaign, like we ran into a lot of like political stuff because like we had the capabilities of like just kind of rocking up to a political court and being able to say like, well, if you don't do it like this, we'll just kill you. And like we could have done that. I mean, we didn't because we're not murder hobos in this campaign, but like but like the fact that they had like we had to sign up with a handler in order for them to trust us to like go do the saving the world thing, because they were like, right, we need you because you're powerful enough to destroy the godlike beings threatening us, but at the same time we need to make sure you won't destroy us, so sign up all these things. You've now, this is your handler, go at it. And like we had a handler, you know. And so they if ever when we get to the even higher levels, if we play for that long, political impact of that as well, like when we get to different countries, that would be really fun to look into.
Well, your actions are already having a political impact.
That is true. We did just blow up a town.
The things that you have done, the information you have spread around, has already advanced things.
Gosh.
Okay, how much of an influence of Kaz selling the information before Manny was able to give the information to the right people affected the war that befell Albafed?
So that pretty much is why they made it all the way to bombing the hotel.
Gosh. You almost got us killed.
So
I'm sorry.
That exposed that agent, and that has also contributed to greater instability in Mara in general. And there's stuff that's happening in different places that you guys aren't involved with, but it tangentially affects you.
Mm-hmm.
So the magical rings that give them the cold resistance, that was something someone I had campaigns about 2 years ago was making and selling constantly. And that's why they were able to have those to do their invasion at the timing that they did. And so there's these long-term consequences that happen where it might be something that you don't see for maybe even years. You might not even be playing with me anymore when it happens. But the choices you're making now are going to have consequences in the long term in the setting.
I mean, I do love playing in a game where the DM considers consequences. Like, I do love that, because like it makes me double think every single choice, and then I still make the most chaotic choice possible. Because my character is fucking chaotic. I don't think I've ever not played a chaotic character. I apologize in advance.
Oh, that's fine. Or like in Drowning Wallace, the characters there who were there, they lifted a fog that has been coming over the city again and again for centuries, and they banished it with what they did. So that's not a problem there anymore. That's drastically affecting Drowning Wallace right now. And so there's drastic changes happening there. The whole country of Gobhain is under martial law now because of that. And so because the country basically became much more free and available, but also there was an attack on the city of Melrose by the Giants. That's another thing contributing to it being under martial law. So a few things have happened all together that players were involved with, where for the players, it just felt like the players don't see a trail of consequences. They don't see one thing overlapping with the other to cause all this. They just see one adventure at a time.
Do you ever get stressed out trying to think of the consequences of your players' actions?
Oh no, it's fun for me.
Okay, good.
I don't know. It's very much in line with how I think. It's easy for me. I can't recommend running games like this to most people because, most people can't. Most people can't plan out consequences and how stuff happens in the long term because, what happens one thing after the other, it might not look like it does. They might not see the long-term things of this. Like the giants in Melrose, that was foreshadowed in the first session in the second session that they had. But they didn't run into those consequences until way later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't always think of I tend to think of direct consequences whenever I'm DMing, but more often than not, I mean, as a DMing style, I give them the world that they're playing in, give them like any relevant lore, and just kind of have a lore document for as and when they come across it at later dates. And then I essentially just let them go wild. I don't plan ahead. I just kind of say, do what you want to do and make everything up on the spot, which also a kind of DMing style that I wouldn't recommend to everyone, because you have to be able to be quick on your feet and you have to be able to be able to think of things on the fly very quickly, which not everyone can do. I do recognize that. But it is a lot of fun because one of the more recent games that I did, it was a couple of weeks ago. One of the players were just like, I'm just going to check for poison around, just seeing if there's anything around. And I was like, okay, you know what? You've activated a poisoning plot. There you go. There's someone carrying poison. What do you do? And they uncovered a plot to poison an important figure. And so they'd learned of a tea party between the nobles that was happening later that evening. So they're like, right, let's go to the nobles, warn them, and stop the poisoning from happening. They warned the nobles. No one died of poisoning. And so the players were like, yay, we did it, we succeeded. However, I'd never planned to poison one of the nobles. I say I didn't plan things. When I made it up on the spot, I was like, they're not going to poison a noble. So at breakfast the next morning, the party then overheard that a powerful, influential merchant had been found dead that morning. And then I ended the session. My partner was in the room as I was DMing this and being like, and now we bring the session to a close, and my partner protested probably louder than my players did. I'm very chaotic as a DM as well as a player, apparently.
So how I met my partner was I was using dating apps to bait people into D&D games.
Nice. Good shout.
Because I had gotten frustrated with not being able to find players, right? And I figure if someone's willing to go on a dating app and end up convinced to play a D&D game, that's going to be a long-term player. And I was right.
Yeah.
But I've done this. I did this for a span of about 4 years. And I met some of the most bizarre people ever doing this. And I feel like I was kind of fishing for that,
Mm-hmm.
Because it would kind of go, oh, hey, do you want to meet people? I'm like, oh, come play the D&D games. You can meet people, socialize, and do that, right? And I was kind of pitching it as a dating thing. And
matchmaking.
Where I'm at now, I have had 5 couples that have played in my games get married.
Dang.
That's a pretty good shout. Like they've invited you to them, right?
So one was my wedding. I didn't have a wedding. I just got married at a courthouse.
Yeah.
Another did go to the wedding. One, I did not go to the wedding. I didn't really care. They were just kind of like they played like 3 games together, and then they just went off and were like, "Oh, we kind of want to do our own thing." So they just kind of met there and then started dating.
Mm-hmm.
But they got married eventually, and then another. This is one of my friends up in Alaska. He eloped, so he and his wife they didn't really do much in the terms of a wedding, and so out of them, there's been a few that have had weddings, but I've only been to one of them.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys for playing and hanging out today. I do like to take some time to talk about things.
Yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm. It was fun chatting at the end of the session.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember, we're telling the others that we did die in the end.
All right. Well, have a good day, you guys.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Well.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
Bye.